probably one of my favorite music videos of all time. Yeah. So how was everybody else's sales yesterday? Did anybody have a good day of sales? By the way, that was OK Go. They have a they're an awesome band and probably made some of the most innovative music videos ever in the early 2000s. Go check out their channel. Let's see here. I'll drop a link. And let me fix my audio settings. Let me fix my audio. There we go. We're back. Okay, let's take a look at what sold. I'm going to show everything because I can't. There isn't much. 9 sales yesterday. A couple of things you're going to see are from today. Hitchcock Hall, Amherst College, divided back, $4. We got the operations building at the New York World's Fair, $10. Real photo for that one. Another real photo here, Kilauea Military Camp at Hawaii National Park. It's got some backing on the back. Probably could have gotten some more out of it otherwise. Took an offer for $15. Another real photo, Agate Beach in Port Angeles, Washington. Sold for, took an offer on this one, glad I did, for $7. East Campus, Women's College, Duke University. This is one of the ones that I just relisted recently because it wasn't listed for some reason. $266. Real photo of a small child and some baby cows. Named subject, sold for full asking price, $15. Fayetteville to Mount Gaylor, U.S. Highway 71. Linen postcard, $3. All postcards, except for this. VHS, Cranked Trilogy, $8.46. Got this for free out of the rummage sale Land of Opportunity. Bird's eye view of Fremont, Lake Union, Seattle. Sold for $15. Actually, like $13.15, I think. It was on sale. HD DVD, not a DVD, not a Blu-ray, but an HD DVD. They only made these for a short time. They were going to be the next big thing before Blu-ray happened. Sold for $3. And finally, a Siskiyou Belt Buckle Company keychain. Don't usually see Siskiyou keychains. Bought this and the other keychain that I sold the other day for, I think, $1. So there we go. That's all that sold. So going to be a quick show. I can't even ship out the postcards till later today because my EcoSwift don't get here till later. So there's that too. So we're going to be packing up a DVD, some VHS, and a keychain. It looks like things are happening a little better than they were. There seems to be about a 30-minute delay on my sales showing up. So something will sell. And like it won't show in my solds. So right now, just in the last couple of minutes here, a postcard that sold at $7.33 showed up as selling, just showed up in my solds. I had another order drop off for non-payment yesterday. I had another customer contact me for something they bought on Sunday if they can pay me on Friday, which probably won't make it. So there'll be another to drop off for non-payment. I was getting site errors all day yesterday trying to list. I still managed to get about 50 items listed. Most of it was stuff that I had discovered in my inventory had somehow become not listed anymore. I didn't have a sale yesterday between 7:37 a.m. Hold on 1 second here. That's not correct. Between 6:15 a.m. and 2:42 p.m. That is 4, 5, 6, 7 hours in the middle of the day. Not a single sale. On top of that, like, I swear to God, when sales are slow, like the lowball fuckery comes out. I don't think I got a single offer yesterday that was more than 50% of my asking price. So yeah, a lot of fun. Yeah. I didn't break 100 until almost 8 p.m. yesterday. That's crazy. So tell me, did anybody have a good day of sales yesterday? From everything that I saw, like I watched $1 Million Peddlers on the rerun. Sounded like in that chat, everything was pretty terrible for everybody too. So at least I don't feel that bad. Yeah. eBay does maintenance tonight, overnight. Man, I woke up this morning on a offer on an item that I know is worth quite a bit more than what the offer was, pretty close to what my asking price was, but the offer was over $100, and I was like, it took everything in my power to muster up the resolve to decline it. I didn't even counter. It's like, I just need this out of my brain. Although I just made a $40 sale. That was great. That was from actually an offer from somebody yesterday who offered $25 on a $50 pocket knife that was already on sale. So sometimes holding out works. We might have almost already beat yesterday's sales numbers. Come on, overview eBay page. Notice I'm taking my time. I got all the time in the world. I got 3 things to pack. And done. Okay, just sold another postcard. It seems like things are waking up. All right, that's going to be 4. That's going to be a pound. That weighs 2 pounds. Done. My EcoSwift mailers are out for delivery, so as soon as those show up today, I will pack up the postcards and probably have to drop those off at the post office. All right, let me Cameron, for your store size, that's probably pretty good. That's good too. Look at the bright side. Well. So that's that's 130 of your $150 sales or $200, 150 sales. So that's not a lot of sales. You just happen to sell a couple large high dollar items. I'd at least message them and try to feel it out. You know, it's probably worth at least going out and checking it out. And, you know, I wouldn't negotiate over the phone. I'd do, or over the messaging. I'd show up, take a look through it, and make an offer on site. Cash in hand is a very different thing, and it's going to be, depending on your negotiating skills, probably easier to negotiate in person than it is online. It's really easy for somebody to say no online. It's a lot harder for them to say no when you're there with cash in hand. And you can always start by, when you feel like you're in a situation like that, say, listen, I don't want to be insulting, but here's where I'm coming from, and this is where I'm at. And then you can explain the reason why you're offering the amount that you're offering. And, you know, and be respectful about it. And then you're not pissing them off. If that's, I mean, you're pretty far apart at that point. So I don't know. Yeah, I agree. That's the difference. Another thing you can do is just message them and say, hey, I'm really interested in this. But I think we're going to be too far apart on price. If you can, if you get to the point where you can come down quite a bit, let me know. I'm willing to give you a standing offer of X amount that is available to you anytime. You can take the offer today. You can take it in a month. Keep my information. If you still have this and at any point you want to take me up on the offer, give me a call. And then you're not insulting. You're providing an offer. You let them know where you're coming from. You're not being a dick about it. And then they know they've got something in their back pocket. And every now and then you might get that call. Yeah, I mean, those are just good tactics in general, I think. Like you don't always, you're not, it's a numbers game, right? Like in sales, you are, some of you may have called heard of the sales pyramid. It's really more of a inverse pyramid than an actual pyramid, but see if I have a thing that you're going to see. That'll work. So at the top of your pyramid, you've got activity. That would be for like in a reselling sense, you're doing online research, looking on Facebook Marketplace, searching on eBay. Exactly. Your next is contact. That is in what Carl is saying, out of 50 calls, right? That's out of your 50 calls, your 10 pick up. From contact, you have opportunity, right? Those are from, out of your 10 opportunities, you're moving it further down. From opportunity, you have proposal. Still the same in reselling. I think that's your offer and your buy. So you're going to have the most activity, fewer contacts, fewer opportunities, and it's just like a coffee filter, right? You pour the water in, filters through, and you're good. Stuff drips out the bottom. You gotta separate your emotions from it. You have to at some point. You can't be, not every action and decision has to have emotion wrapped up in it, right? What's the great therapist line? You may not be able to necessarily change the world, but you can change how you feel about it. You can't necessarily change the reality of a situation or your situation, but you can absolutely change how you feel about it. That's your decision. I got nothing else here, folks. I'm gonna go list. Wish I had more, but I don't. 24 minutes. Yeah, cold calls, dude. Cold calls suck. I hate cold calls. All right, everybody. Hope you all have a better day. We will catch you on the flippy flop. I at least have some sales that are going to go out tomorrow. So we have made some sales today. Oh, look, we have another order awaiting payment. Let's see what happens there. It's happening. All right, everybody. Hope you have a great day. We'll catch you on the flip flop. Bye.